Time appropriate greetings, YouTube, and any other channel that you found this through, like Twitter or Instagram or anything else. It's not a choker, it's my headphones. I just noticed it was kind of tight on me. So I just walked out of work. It is 4:40 in the afternoon. I think I have a D&D game tonight. I got to go talk to my wife about because I don't remember. And sitting at a stoplight, getting ready to head over to the bridge to get over to the mainland and get home. But I got a call from the guy I was doing that video for. I sent him a release candidate last night. And he was saying, hey man, I didn't see. So I re-encoded it as WebM today, which took about 30 minutes, which 5 minutes to render 30's telling me some stuff, but this was in 1080p, which is beautiful. And but he called me, man, and he was ecstatic about what I did, and I'm happy for him. Like, I've stressed on that video, especially with the couple of changes here the last couple of days, that really pushed me to learn my software a little better, to, have to add in a couple of minutes of space between a video I had previously worked on and edited and where it ended up being. So with that, that was something I had to learn last night on the fly. But that's how we learn. We execute. We get it done. And then we worry about how it looks afterwards. But he was really excited, and that's what most people need to understand. Videos, no matter how you edit them, the dissolves, the fades, whatever, if you're not starting with good source material, you're not going to have good product on the back end. And, we say this in many different ways with programming, garbage in, garbage out. We say this, the church uses the same concept with our mind, garbage in, garbage out. And I think even with the original pictures that I upscaled and everything on there, it would have looked really nice, but the new ones, the solid background all the way back through, made it real simple to do those things. The fades that he wanted in the front end for the CD covers, because he's showing 3 different CD covers, which is great. I think it'll be a nice combo slide in, the nice combo slide out. He was really ecstatic with it, though. He's really happy. He sent me the final mix version to drop the music in there, take the MP3 out, and then to above and beyond that, add just a little bit of extra space on the front end for his opening title credit. And I may need to make a call out to his wife on the back end. It's 30 minutes worth of work, if that. The majority of that's going to be rendering it out, so I might even be able to do that while I'm playing tonight. I am DMing, so my guys give me a little bit more leeway about what I do and what I don't do at the table. Sorry, we're driving up over the bridge. So, I'm really ecstatic about that. We're driving home now. One of the newsletters I read daily. Sorry about that. That was my finger. All right, so let's back this up. One of the newsletters I read, Engineering Ops, or IngOps, put out by John Saddington with Pinpoint, which is his new company he's working on. They invited us to try their new Slack channel, and I've had a blast playing with those guys. Well, not playing, but talking to those guys today about different things. Just, really, I think a lot of us were just introducing each other and, hey, this is what we do kind of stuff. Some chatter back and forth of hey, this is a new channel to get a hold of people, and got some encouragement, because this is, so my next push, this is day 29, and so I have now been vlogging for essentially 4 weeks, a full month. People count months as 30 and 31 days, but I think we should really relook at some of that structure with, we call February a month. It's got 28 days. That is 4 full weeks. And the additional, 12 to, that would be 24, 30 some odd days in the year of all those extra 2 days here, day here kind of stuff. I think all that is beneficial. There's a little merge area here, so I've slowed down and I'm kind of looking around. Staying safe while vlogging. So those extra days, we count 30 days, we count 100 days, we count these things but they're all just markers. And to me, a marker, wow, that was a lot. That's like 4 or 5 texts from that phone. We use dates as markers. We use 100-day markers, 50-day markers, 30-day markers. We use them as points to judge by a lot of the times that we didn't realize we judged by. This vlog has really made me open my eyes to some of these things, especially considering I'm getting ready to do a 100-day journal challenge of hitting a goal. And I really I printed out some stuff today to help me with that. I didn't print out my self thing from the self journal, which is what I want to pull from there is the time tracking, and I need to get better. I find that when I work from home, I'm really good about going into my office, opening my notebook, looking at my to-do list for the day, and starting to execute against it. Today, I wrote down some stuff last night, and I executed against it this morning by talking to Clutch Graphics, who did the sticker on my notebook I showed yesterday. He was excited to see that I was showing it off. I put a link to his shop, or at least to him in his shop in that video. He's got a lot of cool stickers. I'm not sure I want all of them, but he's got some sugar skulls I want and a couple other things, and you know, I'm excited to see when some things go with that. But yeah, I think that we judge our markers, you know. Dates are but a number. The time that we track against is but a number. You know, do we track? All right, so from my understanding, I will preface it with that because I have people who watch this who are much better with Agile than I am. I'm talking to you, Peter. But I think that, you know, in business, we use the week marker. We use a 5-day marker a lot more readily, and it's because the way industrially as a country we've developed that weekends are off. You know, we don't work on Saturdays or Sundays, and unless you're working for yourself, you typically don't. I personally will put in a couple hours on a Saturday for personal projects. I'll put in a few hours on a Sunday evening on a personal project, especially if I think it'll net me something of either intrinsic value or monetary value. I will work on those subjects and topics. But my actual day job 911 engineer, that's 8 to 4 most days. And this week I am on call, so things are a little bit more up in the air because I don't know when I could be called. I could be called tonight, right now. I could have gotten a phone call. I would stop my vlog, I'd answer the call, and I'd be like, hey, okay, let me figure it out. And sometimes it's just calling the site and saying, hey, can you go jiggle this cable, i.e. plug it in, plug it out. Or, you know, I will call one of my other guys who's probably already at a home in front of a computer and be like, hey, can you log into this site and do this for me? So, you know, other than this week, most of my time I'm free in the afternoon. Now factor in the 2-hour drive, and yeah, you're not always wanting to get home and execute immediately. But unfortunately, with my job, because, you know, if in the middle of 9 to 4, if I'm sitting at one desk and I get called by another county that we take care of or a site that we take care of, I have to be able to get in my car and go quickly to that other site. I think that if I didn't have that restraint of needing to go quickly all the time, I probably could turn it into more of a finding a way of public transportation and commuting up here, be it by bus. Unfortunately, we don't have trains, so it probably would be a bus that would get me up here, and then I'd walk or find a way of biking from there to my office. And I really love that because I think it would be healthier for me. I would gain probably an hour and a half on my, you know, I'd probably gain an extra half hour on the commute waiting for buses and layovers. But I think that it would also give me the ability to work those 2 extra hours. Knowing me, though, I'd probably just consume media on my phone. So I don't even know why I went into the concept of, the commuting and working, because I can't really do that. So to me, I take my time as more precious nuggets. And I think I'm working out the family work-life balance. And it's something you have to balance. It's, my daughter won't go to sleep without me. So that means that when my wife's ready to lay down, my daughter's ready to lay down, whether I'm ready to work for another hour, 2 hours or not, I have to go ahead and shut it down and within 30 minutes be in bed so that my daughter quiets down. We're not fans of co-sleeping. I'm not happy that it's happened. But considering my daughter, until about the first of the year when she really made the full-on switch to our room, up until that point, she wasn't sleeping through the night. At almost 2 years old, she was not sleeping through the night. We move her into our bedroom, and maybe once in the night she'll wake up, occasionally. Other than that, she's hard out for 8 hours. I have to wake her up at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning when I'm at the house, so that she doesn't sleep until 10 like my wife could. So that's something that, we're not fans of, but we have to accept that because that's how we get sleep. So it's learning, my balance is figuring out that aspect of, okay, here's bedtime, here's wake up time. And a lot of that's, factored into my schedule, but it's now, what days can I work? Because my wife doesn't like me working all the time. She doesn't like me working 10, 15, 20 minutes, or I should say minutes, but, when I'm working, when I get home at, 5:30, 6 o'clock from being at the office, which is, a new concept again for this week, I don't feel like working as much in the evening, especially when we've got things on Monday evening at 6:15 and Tuesday evening. Tonight I've got something at 7:30, but I want to be there at like 6:30 so I can have a couple of drinks. Preferably beer. It's not drinks, it's beer. We're going to the brewery, playing D&D. It's okay. But I'm going to get there early. I've got some prep work to do for this game, and I think that's some of the stuff I've got to look at is, this is a hobby. And I know that some of my hobbies tie into this vlog. It's storytelling. It's working these things out. And this is one of those times that, I'm going there, we'll play games, and I'll probably be home about 11:30 at night, 12 o'clock at night. And it's right into bed. So to me, it's, how can I need to learn to better utilize that time. And to me, it's, there's times that when I get away from home, I've got that focus. I get there, I grab my beer, I sit down, and I read for about 10 minutes in what we're going over that night. And I think some of that is I need to learn to plan my time for those things better. And in planning those things, I can plan, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or actually it'll probably be like Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Something like that I can shift it to work better. To, okay, hun, these are my times I'm going to work. Because, like I was saying, the day, the week, it's just a marker. It was in the Industrial Revolution, if I'm not mistaken, where we were taking the weekend off, and it was post-revolution, Industrial Revolution. It was like the 70s. I think it was the 70s that we actually started having a legitimate weekend to ourselves, and it was so that, because of the gas and oil crisis, I think, I'm probably way off base, and somebody will correct me at some point in time. So if that ever happens, I'll put a link in the description below about how wrong I am in a video. And I'm okay with that, because that's how we learn. I forget the guy's name of the law, but it's like, if you want a response on the internet, it's don't ask the question, post the wrong response, and you have a better chance of being corrected than having an answer. Because people would rather tell you're wrong than, hey, this is how we can help you. And I'm okay with being wrong. I'm okay with those, hey, this is how you get better, because, you're wrong. Be it with my vlog editing, be it with what I do on a computer. Like, I've learned to execute on a phone a lot quicker than I realized. The cameras are a lot better than maybe I was giving it credit for. And I'm okay with that. I like the fact that I have this ability to record myself, to record my thoughts, to record my ideas, to share them quickly. And then what I'm learning is about marketing. I'm pushing myself for marketing. I had a question today in that Pinpoint chat of how's your vlog going? And that's when I revealed, I was like, I'm taking this journal method and I'm going to execute against it. And I'm going to push for the next 100 days to push to 100 subscribers. So by day 128, I hope to have at least 100 subscribers. And I think that, there's a growth curve that once you get some subscribers, a number, I don't know that number, that it becomes easier to get more subscribers. And, that's why 100,000, people who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers will get higher on search rankings. They've learned, better keywords. How do I want to be found? What are these vlogs? So, like, my tags are vlogging daily, Android, because this is an Android vlog. This is a phone that I'm doing everything on Android here. So people can see, what this model does. I would love to get a hold of LG. If anybody has connections, I would like to know some more. I have some info questions about the G6 I'd like answered. I really like the form layout of my LG G3. I think I would enjoy going to a G6. I've seen the V20, and I think it's an interesting concept. I know now that probably I'm a big technologist. I don't switch phones that often because I don't have money to. But when I'm going for that next phone, probably in the next year, I'm looking for, it's more for the cameras than anything else. I mean, yeah, I could grab a GoPro, I could grab a DSLR, I could grab, there's several things I could grab. But at that point in time, when I'm grabbing a different camera, I've either got to find a way of backloading footage to here to edit, or offloading the footage from here to edit on a computer. And that's where, so like my old vlogs, I learned to edit and chop just for the simple fact of I needed to cut out the ums, the ahs, the fronts, and the back pauses. And now I'm actually doing more on this phone than I did on those videos back 6 years ago. I'm adding front title cards. I'm adding, music. I'm adding fades. I'm adding cuts where I need to add them. I've done picture-in-picture. I've done a sticker over a sun yesterday because I don't want your eyes to burn out like I did on my phone. So I'm learning these things. I'm executing against them. And, that's what this is about. It's about that journey, figuring these things out. So, now it's marketing. That's what the next 100 days is going to be about, is marketing while recording this and figuring out how to better reach eyeballs to get more views. So I'm going to invite you on this journey. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel to keep up with everything that's going on here lately. And subscribe, comment. I'd like to have a conversation with you down in the comments. And we'll get back with you tomorrow. Have a great one.